going on here? Hi beautiful, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be my January faves and flops, my hit and misses. I'm not sure what I want to call it yet, but the point is that throughout the past month I have tried a lot of new products that have launched, and while in most cases I was sure right away exactly how I felt about them, in some other cases, I still wanted to try them a little more, give them a little bit more of a chance to tell you guys how I actually felt about them after I had used them a few times. And so that is what we're going to be doing in this video. I'm going to be telling you guys all of the products that I have been absolutely loving throughout the month of January, and I'm going to tell you about the ones that were just okay. Alright, so before we get started, if you're excited for the video, don't forget to please give it a thumbs up before you leave. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And with that said, let's go ahead and get started. And just like that, it is February 1st. A whole month of 2021 has passed, and I have been trying a lot of new products throughout the month, most new to the market, some new to me. And let's get started with the Gucci foundation and primer. This was one of the last videos that I did in 2020. The Gucci foundation and primer review. And when I filmed that video, well, I was pretty sure of exactly how I felt about the foundation. I wanted to give the primer more of a try it with some of my other items that I love and trust, and so that's what I've been doing this month. The foundation, still not a fan of it. I have tried to mix it with other products to make it work. I have mixed it with primers, I've mixed it with other foundations, I've mixed it with, what else did I mix it with? Like a bronzer once or something. Point of the matter is, it never works for me. I have not made this foundation work. My skin must absolutely hate it because it looks so dry and textured and crusty every time. So it is a definite hard pass for me, and I simply do not recommend it. As far as the primer, I did like the primer when I tried it under the Gucci foundation, but I wanted to try it under other foundations as well, just to see if this on its own is worth it. And I have to say, I do really love the primer. It gives me hydration. I feel like it blurs my pores. I don't think it blurs my pores as much as my Tatcha primer. This one's definitely a little bit more blurring. But for every day, I really love the hydration that this one gives me and the blurring effect. It feels like a drink of water to my face, and it has worked with every single foundation I have tried it with besides the Gucci foundation. So the primer I do really like a lot, and I have continued to use. This primer is $57, so not the cheapest of primers. And just so that you have an idea, I feel like the Hangover primer by Too Faced is pretty comparable to this one at a lower price. I think the one thing I like about this one more than the Hangover primer would be that I think this one is a bit more blurring. It has a bit more thickness to it that makes my pores appear diminished. So I do really like the primer, but I really did not like the foundation. Another foundation I tried this month was the Clinique Even Better Clinical Serum Foundation. This foundation I did really like. The only issue I had with it was the color, and because the color doesn't work for me like 100%, I have been mixing it with my NARS liquid bronzer to make it work for me a little better, but I have been continuing to enjoy this foundation. It makes my skin look hydrated and natural. It covers everything that I want it to cover, and without moisturizer on my hands, I am able to open it rather quickly. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out the video. But anyways, yes, this foundation I think is worth it. I think the price is right at $42, and I really liked it. Also, if you don't know, Clinique is a hypoallergenic brand, so if you have sensitive skin or are allergic to a lot of ingredients, Clinique is probably a safe bet for you. Something else I tried this month and I absolutely loved was the new Natasha Denona lip liners. I bought two different colors. I bought them in the color Ilona and the color Julia. Out of these two, Ilona is my favorite. It is a bit more of a cool tone nude lip liner, but I'm obsessed with the formula of these. The price is $22, which I think is pretty competitive with the rest of the lip pencils on the market, and I really like that these are very mask proof, if you will. You put these on and they feel like butter. They glide so easily, but then once they dry down, they do not transfer, they do not smudge, they do not move. I have had these on and I've had a full entire meal and my lips are intact. So if you want to, you can use them like a lipstick and they'll look really good throughout the whole day. Next, let's talk about the Milani palette. This palette is a $20 palette. This one is called the Gilded Terra palette from Milani. I got mine from Ulta and I really love the color story in this one. I think this palette is worth it because it has a very affordable price, but at the same time I feel like you can find comparable things in ColourPop that might work just a little bit better than this one. I remember having a bit of a struggle with some matte shades and some of the shimmers didn't perform the way I expected. So I think it's cute, I think the price is nice, but I think that ColourPop has very comparable things price-wise that are just a little bit better than this one without going too far. The Christie and ColourPop collaboration palette, it doesn't have as many shimmers as this one, is mostly mattes, but the color story is kind of similar. And I can definitely tell you that I like the Christie palette better than this one. However, for $20, it is not a bad palette to have at all. Something else I bought and tried from Milani this month was their new cream blushes. The one I got was in the color Nude Kiss, and that is actually the blush that I'm wearing today. As you can tell, I do really like it. It looks really nice. It gives me color without being too opaque. It looks nice and natural on my cheeks. So this blush was definitely a hit. I've used it maybe like a handful of times since I've had it. And I like that it's not too pink or too red or too bright. It just suits my skin really nicely. And it's very easy to apply. I usually just put it on with my beauty blender, blend it back, and it looks really, really beautiful. Another cheek product I fell in love with this month was the Physicians Formula Diamond Dust Highlighter. I definitely highly recommend this one. This is one of the most surprising products, most exciting products I tried this month. It is a beautiful glowy highlighter. It has like a glimmer shimmer type of texture to it. If you like sheen with no glitter, you'll probably not love this one, even though the little glittery specks are very, very finely milled. But this is perfect to enhance any highlighter look. And one of the things that I love about it most is that it doesn't have a base color. As you can see, it's like translucent with like a shimmery glow. So it's going to work for a lot of different skin tones, and you can pair it with other highlighters or a lot of different makeup styles. I don't know that you'll see much of a difference, but I'm gonna put some right here. Yeah, look at that. It's just so stinking pretty. It just took my highlighter to the next level. I absolutely love this stuff. By the way, I'm kind of going in the order that I tried things. So I started with Gucci, which was the last thing in December, and I've gone through like everything I tried throughout the month. So the next thing I tried was JLo Beauty. I have continued to use JLo Beauty. This is currently my nighttime routine. Sits in my bathroom. I use it every night, and I pretty much feel the same exact way that I felt about it the day that I tried it for the first time. I'm still really liking the night cream. I feel like it gives me the hydration that I need. It makes my skin feel soft, feel smooth, feel very hydrated. So this night cream was a definite hit for me, and I have been really enjoying it. As far as the eye cream is concerned, I feel like I now like it a bit more than I liked it when I first tried it, when I first reviewed it, but I'm still not obsessed with the eye cream. I have tried a lot of other eye creams that I prefer texture wise to this one. So if I had my money back and I was going to buy a new eye cream, I would probably go with the Fresh Rose eye cream or the Fresh Black Tea eye cream. I feel like those are around the same price range as this JLo Beauty eye cream. So the eye cream was good but not great, nothing that I was impressed with. The night cream though, I was actually impressed by. Then Anastasia came out with the Brow Wiz and their new Iced Out highlighter, and I did a review on that as well. I am absolutely obsessed with this Brow Wiz. I believe last time I checked, it's been sold out at Sephora and at Nordstrom. If I find it elsewhere, whichever website I find it at, I'm going to leave that link down below. You'll need this. If you get something out of this video, and you're interested in having your brows look fluffy, get the Brow Freeze, because this stuff is amazing. I know you guys have heard me rave and rave and rave about the Patrick Ta brow wax. I am ashamed to say I have not tried my Patrick Ta brow wax since I got this one. And the reason is very simple, is that I'm just like a lazy person, and the Patrick Ta brow wax has one little extra step. You have to wet it with setting spray and then pick it up and wait for it to dry. And this Brow Freeze gel amazing product right here, you just put it on and it's on. You don't have to wait for it to dry, you don't have to wet the formula. It just does it without you having to take those couple of extra steps, and I absolutely love that. I also love that it's clear, so it's going to work not just on any skin tone but on any like hair color. And as you can see, like, my eyebrows look pretty darn fluffy. They look really nice, and this is what I'm wearing on them. There's simply just no words. Just, you have to try it out for yourself and see what you think about it, and then just like drop a comment down below, because I promise you that if you want fluffy eyebrows, you're going to be very impressed. The highlighter, on the other hand, I did not love. Do I think it's like horrible? No. Am I going to wear it? Probably. I feel like I'm going to wear it whenever I have a like greenish eyeshadow look per se, maybe, because I feel like it has a little bit of a green shift to it, and it's not what I was expecting from that name. Iced Out Highlighter. I thought it was going to be a pearly white glow, kind of like the Physicians Formula highlighter type of glow, but let me show you them side by side. Here they are on the back of my hand. You see how like the Physicians Formula is more sheer because it doesn't have a shimmer base, it's purely the glittery sparkles, but the Anastasia one in comparison looks like it has that green shift to it. And if it was this formula, which is lovely, it is a beautiful, lovely formula, but without that like hint of green, and it was just like a pearly white color, I would probably be obsessed with it. But you can see it in comparison, it has a bit of that green shift to it, and I'm not obsessed with that. I feel like I can show you better by comparing them like this than I was able to do when I actually did my review video, because I didn't compare it to anything. Since we're comparing, let me also show you what it looks like next to the Amrezy highlighter, because a few of you asked me. Here you go. So this right here is the Amrezy highlighter. I mean, there's just like really not much that I have to say about it. You guys can see how beautiful the Amrezy highlighter looks next to it, and that green shift is definitely showing. They also raised the price because that highlighter is $34, and I remember that the Amrezy highlighter used to be $28. They just have to bring it back, okay? I feel like even if they bring it back for $34, like, we'll still buy it, you know? Moving on to the next product, I also tried the new Ordinary concealer. This concealer retails for only $5.80, and I honestly really liked it. I think it is a beautiful medium buildable to full coverage concealer. I like that it's set. It doesn't settle into the lines underneath my eyes too much. It has a thin texture, so I can set it with powder and it doesn't look heavy or cakey underneath my eye. So for the price, I definitely find it amazing. There are some high-end concealers that I still prefer to that one, but for the price, I think they're an absolute hit, and they cover really well and look really nice and smooth underneath my eyes. The next thing I tried a little bit more recently was the Natasha Denona Mini Love Collection, and I absolutely love this one. As I said in my review video, I think I prefer the Mini Love Natasha Denona palette to the big one, just because I feel like this has exactly the colors that I like the most, like the vibe that I like the most about the big palette, without the ones that I'm like, I could do without, you know? This is perfect, $25, very compact, very amazing, highly rich pigmented formula. In my review video, I did 3 different looks with this palette, so definitely check it out if you bought it and are looking for some inspiration. And then if you don't want to go for this palette because you have the Big Love palette from last year and you love it, I do still definitely recommend the blush and highlighter duo. I am obsessed with this highlighter color right here. You guys can see how like it has a beautiful gold to pink shift. This highlighter makes me feel so pretty and special. I love that it has the same formula as the I Need a Nude Glow highlighter. So what I like about that formula is that it's like a smoothing highlighter. I don't feel like it enhances my texture more the way other highlighters do. So obsessed with this. The cream blush is also pretty cute, but I have to use it very sparingly because I like my blushes to look more on the muted side rather than the in-your-face side. Lastly, the lipstick is my favorite nude lipstick I've tried from Natasha Denona. It is a beautiful nudie pink shade, and I know that this will get a lot of views in my collection because this is exactly the type of colors that I love to reach for. Okay, so the next few products I have to tell you about are not new to the market, but new to me. Kopari sent me a super generous PR box this month. I'm going to put a little clip right here of what I showed you on my Instagram stories, and I selected the products that I loved the most out of everything that I tried because you guys have to know about these. So first things first, since I received that box, I have officially switched to using a natural deodorant. This one simply works for me. I have tried to switch over to natural deodorants before, and it simply was not working for me. And it's not because I was getting like stinky or anything, which like I think that happened too, but the main reason I stopped using natural deodorants in the past was because they burnt my armpits. Burnt. Like I had a pink rash, ugly pink rash all underneath my armpits, and that happened to me with the La Vanilla. I went back to regular deodorants, and then I tried the pharmacy one, and that one I don't think it burned my armpits, but it had like a minty smell, and for some reason that threw me off and I stopped using it. I don't like my underarms to smell minty. That was just not it for me. This one right here comes in 2 scents. I really love the original scent, but the one I'm currently using is the Gardenia, and it is so good. I really love the way this smells. I have not gotten stinky, not once since I switched, which I think is like a really good thing because I feel like at the beginning especially, it says that you can have more body odor because you're detoxing, but honestly, I have not. I really love this. It feels hydrating on my armpits, and it smells delicious, and it's aluminum free, which is amazing. Besides the deodorant, which is the most like life-changing one, I have also been loving a couple other products they sent over. One of them being this Coconut Crush Scrub. I actually wanted to buy this during the Sephora VIB sale last fall, and I didn't. I went ahead and picked something else, and I'm glad I did because now I have tried both products, and this stuff right here I really love. It's a bit of a more like dense body scrub. You guys can see how much I've used of it, and I have had it for probably 2 or 3 weeks now. You don't need a lot at all, and I have tried to use it sparingly because I love it a little bit too much. My husband also used it once and he really liked it, and so this stuff right here I really love because not only does it scrub your body amazingly, it also leaves your skin super hydrated and moisturized, which I also really love. I have to say the color threw me off at first, but I have gotten used to it. I like the smell. I don't love the smell, but the way it makes my skin feel is glorious. So definitely give this one a try if you can. I feel like in comparison to the Sakura one that I tried from Sephora last fall when I bought it for the VIB sale, the other one's a little bit more liquidy, but I feel like I was able to use it 3 or 4 times and I was fully done with it, and this one is going to last a lot longer. Last but not least, I also really love their hydrating body wash. It hydrates, it makes a lot of foam, which I really love, and it smells delicious. This is something else that also makes my skin feel so soft and so hydrated after I'm done with it in the shower. So those were my top 3 Kopari products out of everything that they sent me. I have been really liking some other of the products that they sent over, but the ones that I'm like raving about, that I know that I will continue to purchase, are these 3. Okay? And that brings us to the end of the video. So that was my update, my final thoughts on all of the products I tried during the month of January. Still not sure what I'm going to name this video, but if you're watching it, I figured it out. If you guys like the video, don't forget to please give it a thumbs up before you leave. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you want to see this makeup look, I filmed it for my Instagram, so don't forget to follow me at Patty C. Alonso. I love you all so much. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you back in the next one. Bye.